When creating a job search strategy, it's important to keep two things in mind. You want to have both proactive and reactive goals as part of your approach. So I'm going to define what those are and how to create a really effective and sound strategy to manage your job search with confidence and to feel empowered in the process. Let's talk about reactive goals first, because this is where I find most people spend the majority of their time. So when I talk about reactive goals as being part of your job search strategy, what I mean is just reacting to things that are coming your way. And the most common area where I see this is people just applying to positions that they see posted online or that they're getting job alerts for. And while this can be a helpful part of the process, it is not where you should spend the majority of your energy, but that is how most people end up navigating their job search when they're approaching it on their own. And the reason I don't recommend spending all of your time here is because sometimes positions get posted and they've actually already been filled, or there's another candidate in mind already. So when we see them posted, we think, great, I'm starting at the front of the line, but realistically, there might be other people who are already being considered ahead of you. So if you're spending all of your time and energy just applying to those, it means that you're missing a lot of opportunities. You want to be the person that's at the front of that line and in consideration before something even gets posted. And that brings me to the proactive approach to goal setting when you're navigating a job search. So being proactive or setting proactive goals is referring to actually networking. And I know this is not everyone's favorite activity, and there's a lot of stigma and generalizations made around networking. So to kind of counteract some of those, I want to talk about what I mean by that. So while your longer term goal is actually to land a job, the networking that I'm talking about is focusing on that shorter term goal. So it's learning about the roles that exist in the field that you're targeting, learning what skills are really valued and would make you stand out from your competition, understanding from people in positions that you're targeting how they landed them, what was the hiring process, what were the interviews like. So all of those help you build connections and relationships more authentically than just approaching networking like many people think, which is, hi, are there any openings and can you make sure that my resume gets to the top of the pile? So when you reconfigure or shift your perspective to think about networking in this mindset of really learning and building connections, hopefully that helps you to want to incorporate more of these strategies into your search. And if that doesn't help, over 80% of people land positions through networking. So if you're spending your time 80% on the reactive side and then 20% networking, I'd actually invite you to flip-flop that. So I'd rather see you spend way more energy building relationships and learning how to make yourself stand out than just blindly submitting applications online. One other note on the reactive side is I'm making the assumption that you're really tailoring your application materials with each position. So many employers are using artificial intelligence where computers or robots, for a lack of better phrasing, are actually scanning your materials before they even make it to a human being to vet you for your qualifications. So if you're not taking those extra minutes to make sure that you're connecting the dots for the employers, then you're spending even more time and energy on things that are not the most productive for your strategy. So hopefully this helps you create more of a clear-cut approach to navigating your job search. So each week I invite you to spend time on both the proactive and reactive goals so that you can feel like you're not just waiting to see openings come up, but you're also not just waiting to hear back from people for informational interviews. This approach is a more holistic way to ensuring that you feel empowered in the process and that you always have some actions to be taking instead of refreshing your inbox every 5 minutes and waiting for other people. I hope that you find some value in the lessons that I shared today. And if you have any questions on your job search, feel free to leave a note in the comment or reach out for a free 30-minute consultation. I'd be happy to be a sounding board and hear what you've been doing in your strategy and see if there's room for any improvement. Thanks for watching and best of luck in your job search.